Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in for this video. This is going to be a wearable blue eye look. So I know that may be a contradiction in terms for some of you because you may think, blue, I don't want to go there, but it really can work out and look really nice. So I wanted to show you how I pulled it off. First, real quickly before I finish up this little intro here, I wanted to thank you guys so much for logging on to the new Facebook fan page for Beauty Broadcast. I'm just so thrilled with how many people that have Facebook have gone on there and become a fan. What you can do is just log on to Facebook and in that little search box type in Beauty Broadcast. It'll take you right to a link to my page, and you can also just visit the link that's on the front page of my channel in my little links box. You can get there through that, but it's just really fun. I'm enjoying using that as a way to notify you guys when I have a new video or a new blog written up, because some people may spend more time on Facebook than they do scanning YouTube, and so you'll see that update on your homepage and you can be like, oh, there's a new video. So anyway, I find it really fun, so I don't know, kind of a dork, I guess. But anyway, back to the topic of this video, the blue eye. I'm using this 5-color palette from Be Luscious. You'll notice the palette gives you a great little mirror here and also 5 super pigmented colors. So I'm going to be going through and using 4 out of the 5 shades in here and creating a look that is blue, but it's also kind of soft. And the great thing about this kit is you could take this, I mean, you will see when I apply one of the shades, you can take this really to the next level if you so desire. So I will take you through that look, which is pretty easy and doable, so stick around. Okay guys, first thing we're gonna do is grab whatever eye primer you like to use. I'm enjoying the Be Luscious Shadow Magnet in Light when I've got a color that I really want to stand out. This just does a great job of neutralizing just the color of your natural eyelid and gives it just a really nice base and just great for that shadow to stick to. So then I'm going to grab my Be Luscious. This is a 5-color palette here in Sky Blues. It's number 600. So you've got a range of blue shades from basically white to dark navy. So I like it when a really dark color is thrown in because it helps add some dimension to the look. But the first thing I'm going to do is use this little brush that they give you. You get a double-ended brush. This end looks almost like a mini concealer brush, but it's a nice flat brush you could actually do some lining with. And then this pretty thin and kind of small shadow brush, but I like that for getting on the inside part of my eye here. So I'm going to take the second lightest shade, which is a light sky blue, and I'm just going to pack that onto this little brush, and you're going to see how handy that that brush can be when we are using this blue. I mean, it really can pack it on. So this is actually a really nice quality brush. It's extremely soft. So that's just kind of surprising, you know, when the applicator that comes with your kit is actually a good quality little brush. So nice to know there. And then I'm going to go ahead and use that same brush, just kind of wipe it off, flip it over, and go to the center shade, kind of the star of the whole kit. And it's a true blue with, it really doesn't have any shimmer to it. It might have just a little bit of a pearly sheen, but nothing super shimmery on this color. And you can see that this is a vivid bright blue that you could do all kinds of crazy work with. But for us, what I'm going to do here is use this smallish brush to just kind of blend the line between the light and the dark there. Okay, and then I'm going to come in with a flat kind of shader brush, my Sonia Kashuk medium shadow brush, pack that blue on there. Actually, you don't have to do much packing. You lightly touch this color and it's going to be all that you need and more. But I'm going to just kind of go to my crease, get it in there, and I'm just doing this kind of wiggling effect, just really pressing that shadow right into the crease and then lightly flicking it outward to work that shadow out. And you can make this blue, when we're using that center blue shade, you can make that as intense as you want it to, or as you desire. What I've done is basically just gone from outer part of my lid, got it in my crease, and then I'm going to layer over that with a little bit of a darker shade. And you know, some people say, well, what's the point of layering? Well, it can really help number one, it can help that darker shade go on smoother, but it can also give it a little different dimension when you're putting one color on top of another, especially some of these more complex shades, because what we've got here, I don't know how well you can see, but this is a very rich navy, and it's not just your typical navy with like silver sparkle in it, it's actually got pink sparkle in there. And that may or may not come up on camera, but if you look at this in person, it's really cool. So it's just a very different shade than anything I've ever seen. I'm going to be taking a brush from Coastal Scents. It is this brush right here. It is a small brush that you can use to get in your crease with. It actually doesn't have the name printed on it, so I will make sure I find that for you and put that in the sidebar info. But this is a great little brush. I'm going to do more on some brushes I like in a future video coming up here soon. But basically, I'm taking that dark blue I just described to you, and I'm working it into the outer corner. I'm going about halfway in. This is such a soft brush. It's really great for getting flawless blending out of even the darkest and most difficult colors to blend, like your dark navies and blacks and whatever. But as you can see, I'm working it into a very subtle outer V. I kind of did the same thing over here. It was just a matter of, you know, deepening that area right in there. We're not going up super high with this. This is a color that packs some punch in. I'm just going to take the brighter blue shade, again, light tap. And since it is a little lighter shade than the navy, I'm just going to use that as a buffing out color for my border there. Okay? And then as an all over shade, just to lightly kind of put up there as a highlight, this white shade. I'm not a huge fan of highlighting in stark white, but if you keep a light hand, see, I don't want to make it too terribly like unnatural. Now for liner, I'm definitely going to use a liquid liner on the top lash line. This one I have is the Be Luscious Liquid Liner, and this is just a nice rich black. And I want to warn you, if you happen to get your hands on this, which it is a great liner, has great staying power, it has a little brush tip. You want to make sure that that brush gets pretty well cleaned off. Like, don't pick up too much product on it when you go to before you put it on your eye, because it can give you a little more than you want, especially if you start at the inner corner and go out. You may have more than you want there, so get it cleaned off really well. It can still make it all the way across your eye without you dipping back in there for more, so just know that this brush kind of holds a lot of product. Sorry. Holds more product than like a tip like on Revlon Color Stay. So as you can see, I'm not having to worry about going back to the tube. I'm just slightly widening my line towards the end. And there we go. Now on my bottom lash line, hopefully you didn't take the palette too far away from you, because I'm going to go back to that gorgeous navy shade there on the end, and that's going to be our liner. It is so rich and pigmented. I love it when shadows can work that way for you and truly give you a liner effect. And I'm using the best liner brush that I've ever used. It is my Coastal Scents Taklon liner brush. It's an angle brush, so soft but yet so firm, and just, I mean, by soft I mean the texture of the bristles, and by firm I guess I need to elaborate on that a little bit more. I just mean that it really hangs together nicely. It's not like a loose floppy brush. It's very dense, maybe the better word to use there. So I'm just taking this color and I'm using a really light touch and just kind of using a little bit of a smudging movement to get it right there in between my lashes. And just a fantastic color to use there as your lower liner. Now for our lashes, I'm going to be curling my lashes and holding that there for about 15 seconds, and then I'm going to put on this dual-ended mascara from Maybelline. It's the Extensions XXL, so that means I'm going to be putting a white primer layer on my lashes and then putting the black overcoat, and then I'm only going to put the black overcoat on my lower lashes. I'm not going to bother with the primer there, so I'm going to go ahead and do those steps, and then I'll join you with the finished look. Alright guys, there's your finished look, a really wearable blue eyeshadow look. I kind of took it on as a personal challenge because I'm kind of tired of hearing people say like 80s blue eyeshadow like it's a total don't, like you can't get away with it, because you definitely can. And you know, it's just about really blending your look out, using colors that work well together, you know, not just one straight color, but using a variety of tones that can mesh well with one another, and also, you know, sort of keeping the rest of the face fairly natural. I used mineral makeup. I used my Everyday Minerals foundation in the Original Glow formula, which kind of gives you more of that dewy effect. I used the Salon Fun blush, which is a pretty kind of pinky plum blush, and also the Everyday bronzer all over. And then on my lips, I use the Rimmel Exaggerate full color lip liner in Eastend Snob, just a light pink. And then I topped it off with one of these new Coastal Scents Smacks, and this shade is Pep Pink. It's just a creamy pink shade over the top, so I was kind of happy with that, the way that all came together, the combination of those two products. So look for more on the Coastal Scents Smacks in a future video, and also some of these Coastal Scents brushes that I enjoy. But really, star of the show, I mean, these shades are just phenomenal. So if you get a chance to check out some of these Be Luscious 5-color kits, they're really, really great. They also come with a nice little actually usable brush in there. So thank you guys so much for tuning in for this video, and have a great day.